Good morning and welcome back in the Hotel Management lecture videos. This is Dushyant Singh, Assistant Professor BBDU, and you are watching 10th lecture of Food Production Semester 3rd. Subject code is BHM 2301. The topic is fats and oils. The topic is egg. Good morning class. Today's topic is eggs. Egg. An egg is a round or oval body laid by the female of any number of different species, consisting of an ovum surrounded by layers of membranes and outer casing, which act to nourish and protect a developing embryo and its nutrient reserves. Most edible eggs, including bird egg and turtle egg, consist of a protective oval egg shell, the albumen egg white, the vitellous egg yolk, and various thin membranes. Lecithin is protein in yolk and albumen is protein in white. There are different types of egg. It is of quail, guinea fowl, pheasant, hen, turkey, duck, goose, ostrich, etc. Egg is considered the most versatile ingredient to be used in the kitchen. Health benefits and advantages of egg. Egg is nature's most perfect package of nutrition. It is naturally sealed, absolutely unadulterable. Egg protein is of the highest quality. It is used as a standard to measure the quality of any other protein food. Its biological value is 96, is the highest compared to other food. Egg contains carotenoids and vitamin A, good for eyesight, vitamin D and calcium, good for strong teeth and bones, vitamin E, good for glowing skin, and a wide range of other vitamins and minerals necessary for good health. Egg white, that is also known as albumen, is an antidote for certain toxins and prevents ulcer, enteritis, gastritis, diarrhea, and dysentery. Carotenoid pigments present in the egg yolk are natural antioxidant which reduces the risk of cardiovascular disease. Egg cookery. Egg is nourishing and easily digestible. The ideal storage temperature of egg is 2 to 5 degrees centigrade. Eggs produce meal which saves time and are important source of energy. The average weight of an egg is 50 gram according to the Indian standard and 75 gram according to international standard, and the calorific value is 70 calorie. Egg provides all the amino acids which are required by our body. The egg yolk contains iron, fats and vitamins, yellow color by ferruginous pigments. Egg white made up of two parts, a thick white surrounds the yolk and a thinner more liquid part is between the membrane and thickened egg white. Egg white contains protein, albumen, iron, vitamin A and D, and sulfur. Albumen is clear and white when it is raw and firm when it is coagulated. Egg shell is made up of calcium carbonate. Overall, the egg contains 73% water by volume. Egg tends to coagulate at 60 to 65 degrees centigrade and yolk coagulate at 65 to 70 degrees centigrade. Egg also contains chalaza, the two white strand, which has an importance that it keeps egg yolk in centers. Membrane lines the shell and form an air cell at the large end of shell. The nutritional value of egg. Eggs are important for nutrition. They contain vitamin A, D, E, K, and B complex. They are high in iron and one egg equal to 28 gram lean meat. Fish of poultry. One large egg provides 15% of recommended daily allowance for protein. Eggs are low in saturated fat and one egg gives approximately 70 calories. Chicken eggs are the most commonly eaten eggs. They supply all essential amino acids for human and provides several vitamins and minerals, including vitamin A, vitamin B2, folic acid, iron, calcium, phosphorus, and potassium. All of the egg's vitamin A, D, and are in the egg yolk. The egg is one of the few foods to naturally contain vitamin D. The major concern with egg is cholesterol. One large egg gives average 213 mg of cholesterol. To reduce the cholesterol content, use egg white instead of whole egg. Cooked eggs are easier to digest as well as having a lower risk of contamination. Nutritional value of an whole egg. Its weight should be 60 to 65 gram. Water percentage is 65 to 68.5. Calories in kilocalories is 70. Protein 6.3 gram. Carbohydrate 0.36 gram. Total fat 4.8 gram. Polyunsaturated fat 1 gram. Monounsaturated fat 1.8 gram. Saturated fat 1.6 gram. Cholesterol 185 milligram. Choline 126 milligram. Vitamin A 270. Vitamin D 41. Vitamin E 0.5 milligram. The composition of an egg. An egg is made of different types of layers and component. The first one is egg shell, then outer membrane, air cell, inner membrane, albumen, chalaza, germinal disc with line membrane, and egg yolk. A whole egg is made up of yolk, white, and shell. A membrane lines the shell and forms an air cell at the large end of the shell. The yolk is centered in the shell by the chalaza. These are two white strands that are visible when the egg is broken. The shell or the outer covering of an egg may be white or brown. Shell color has no effect on the quality, cooking properties, or nutritive value of the egg. The breed of the bird determines color of the shell. Composed primarily of calcium carbonate. The shell is extremely fragile. It is porous, which allows it to breathe. The porous nature of the shell allows loss of moisture even if the shell is unbroken. The egg white is the food and moisture source for the embryo in a fertilized egg. It accounts for 65% of the liquid weight of the egg. Egg white is made up of two parts. A thick white surrounds the yolk. Thinner, more liquid white is between the membrane and the thicker white. Albumin protein is the major component of the white. It also contains sulfur. The white is clear and soluble when raw. It is white and firm when coagulated. Albumin is the egg white valued by the cook and the baker for its ability to hold air when beaten. Beaten egg white provides light fluffy texture for souffle and light sponge cakes. The yolk is the unfertilized embryo in the egg. Although normally yellow, the depth of color will vary with the feed of the hen. The yolk is high in fat and protein and contains iron. The yolk is valued for the richness and texture it provides in both cooking and baking. The most important rule of egg cookery is a very simple one: avoid high temperature and long cooking time. In other words, do not overcook. Eggs are largely protein, so the principle of coagulation is important to consider. Eggs coagulate at the following temperatures: egg white 60 to 75 degrees centigrade or 140 to 149 Fahrenheit. Egg white coagulates at 62 to 70 degrees centigrade or 144 to 148 Fahrenheit. Note that the egg white coagulates before the yolk. That is why it is possible to cook the egg with a firm white but a runny yolk. As the temperature of coagulation is reached, the eggs change from semi-liquid to solid and they become opaque. If the temperature continues to rise, they become firmer. An overcooked egg is tough and rubbery. Low temperature produces the best cooked egg. Foams. Beaten egg whites are used to give lightness and rising power to souffle, puffy omelets, cakes, some pancakes, and waffles and other products. The following guidelines will help you handle beaten egg whites properly. Fat decreases foaming. When separating eggs, be careful not to get any yolk in the whites because fat decreases the foaming. That's why when separating the egg, be careful not to get any yolk in the white. Yolks contain fat. Use very clean and equipment when beating whites. Mild acid helps foaming. A small amount of lemon juice or cream of tartar gives more volume and stability to beaten egg white. Use about 2 teaspoon cream of tartar per pound of egg white, means 20 ml per kg. Egg whites foam better at room temperature. That's why remove them from the cooler or chiller 1 hour before beating. Do not overbeat. Beaten egg whites should look moist and shiny. Overbeaten eggs look dry and curdled and have lost much of their ability to rise, souffle and cake. Sugar makes foam more stable. When making sweet puffed omelette and dessert souffle, add some of the sugar to the partially beaten white. Continues to beat to proper stiffness. This will take longer than when no sugar is added. The souffle will be more stable before and after baking. Selection of egg means how to purchase good quality of egg. Check for cracks in the shell which could let bacteria in and contaminate the egg. Freshness of egg can be checked by following method. First, water test. Put the egg in water. Bad egg, it will float, while the good egg, it will sink in the bottom. Second is spread test or egg break test. You should have just break the egg. Bad egg. Egg white will be thin and spread greatly and yolk is flat and broad. Good egg. Egg will be a thick and yolk will be on the center, round and high. Third one is candle test. Check against the flame of candle. Bad egg. It will be almost transparent while the good egg it will be opaque. Usage of eggs. First, as a binding agent. Eggs are used as a binding agent, for example, croquettes. Second, it's a leavening agent. The property is exhibited by the eggs when we whip the egg white and air gets entrapped inside the egg white, and hence the egg acts as leavening agent, for example, sponge. Third, a coating agent. Egg acts as coating agent in various dishes such as cutlets, poulet, marylands, etc. 4. Emulsifying agents. Eggs act as emulsifying agent in case of emulsion such as mayonnaise. As a thickening agent, eggs act as a thickening agent in the gravies, sauces, soups, etc. As a clarifying agent, in case of consomme, the egg acts clarifying agent where it clarifies the soup by entrapping impurities present in the soup. 7. Eggs are also used for decoration and garnishes of egg dishes, and egg forms an important part of breakfast menu. 8. Eggs are also used for dessert preparation like custard, souffle, etc. Used for shining in the bread rolls. Uses for beverage preparations. Methods of cooking eggs. Simmering. The hard and soft boiled egg prepared in same manner but with the difference of cooking time. 3 to 5 minutes soft boiled and 8 to 10 minutes for hard boiled. Use fresh egg. Use eggs at room temperature. Bring the water boil, reduce the temperature and put the egg. Second one is poaching. It is done in 95 to 98 degrees centigrade, that is just below the boiling point of water. Use fresh egg. Bring to simmer a solution of vinegar and water in ratio of 1:9. Break the egg one by one in a cup and slide them in simmering water. Fold egg white on egg yolk. Leave for 3 to 4 minutes. Remove in cold water and drain in a cloth. Use immediately or store in ice water for 24 hours. Frying of egg. Use fresh eggs. The oil should be hot or the egg will become greasy. Cook as per the order, that is, according to the guest requirement, whether it is underdone or well done. Fourth is scrambled egg. Use medium fresh egg. Season, beat lightly, then add butter. Add beaten egg on a pan and stir on moderate heat continuously with wooden spoon. Cook till a creamy consistency. Scrambled egg can be made with milk also. Fifth one is omelette. Beat the egg 2 to 3 per person with salt and pepper using a fork. Heat 10 gram of butter in a pan. Pour the egg mixture, shake the pan while stirring the egg. Stop when set and roll away from the handle at 45 degree. Fold completely both the edges. Should be lightly brown. Served in a hot plate. Important points for handling eggs. Accept only fresh eggs. Interest should be shown in using clean shelled egg because if the shell is porous, it may be contaminated from Salmonella bacteria. Store at 2 to 5 degrees centigrade. Do not keep the shell on service table. Check the egg shell before simmering. Do not store the egg wash for more than 24 hours. Store unwashed with the pointed end down in the egg tray in the refrigerator. Wash carefully all the equipment while handling with eggs. Egg grades. Double A grade. It is clean, unbroken. The yolk is firm, well centered and rounder in shape, and the area covered by the white is small. There is a large proportion of thick white to thin white. Grade A eggs. Egg covers a relatively small area. The yolk is fairly centered, round and upstanding. Grade B egg. It separates out more. The yolk is flattened and there is about as much or more thin white than thick white. Clean to slightly stained. Egg size classification. Jumbo egg. It's 70 grams. Extra large egg 60 to 65 grams. Large egg 55 gram. Medium egg 48 gram. Small egg 40 grams. PV egg 35 gram. Market forms: fresh egg or shell egg, frozen egg and dried egg. Storage and handling. Protection of egg is of great importance. When improperly handled, its properties as an ingredient and independent food item are greatly impaired. Eggs lose their quality rapidly at room temperature. They should always be stored at 36 to 40 degree Fahrenheit. Eggs have porous shells which allows air to enter the shells. They should be stored away from food which are strong smelling and which may pass on their odors. Nutritive values. Nutritionally, eggs are important. They contain vitamin A, D, E, and K. They also contain some of the B complex vitamin. They are high in iron and provide 15% of protein requirement of the body. Eggs are low in saturated fat and one egg provides approx 80 calories. The major concern with egg is cholesterol. One large egg averages 213 mg of cholesterol. This is fairly high for people who have restricted diets. Using the egg white only is the part of solution as most of the cholesterol is concentrated in the yolk. The egg is unquestionably one of the best source of food, yet It requires thought and consideration.